we have a favorable outlook right now. I would say, you know, since December 31st, we're continuing on this trend, and I think probably, you know, if anything, the things that have come up, the shortened year, now the school closure, this would cause us to likely come in under budget as we're looking at it right now. That's what we're looking at, likely less expenditure, less purchasing possibly than we would otherwise have had. And there is some interplay between plans for maintenance work, buildings and grounds work versus, well, okay, are these things we should hold off on until we see what happens with construction work and so forth. So this year's budget, I don't think there's a lot of danger of going over. It may be that we will be talking about some surplus towards the end of the year.
And this will definitely not be a typical year that we're gonna look back on for averages.
No. Yeah, next year when we're going through and we're comparing,
It's gonna look.
you know, so, you know, the good thing is, like I said at the start, we take the actual of what happened last year, and so the actual total that we ended up spending, or we ended up receiving in revenue, we compare it to the actual amount we received through that period of the year. So it will affect it a little bit just because it's weird, but hopefully the percentages aren't too terribly thrown off.
You might want to throw in a third column, there's 3
Right,
years
yeah.
instead of. This is very helpful to me, I think, just being able to see the same report many times, you know, each time, each year, and then many times, many years in a row. I'm sorry, yeah.
No, that's okay. Just a little strategy, and we'll have to talk more about this. But you'll be looking at being able to build fund balance this year, which is a good thing. Coupled with, you know, what we're doing with if we maintain our margin on the construction project, where we can take more of these maintenance-related type things and take it out of the construction money rather than the general fund, because I can't stress enough building up a strong general fund budget, which is, you know, 80% of it is people. So you'll have some flexibility to, you know, either expand programs or build that maintenance fund up that you should have had before,
That we
you know,
used to have.
to take care of issues. So again, you know, a little bit of strategy to start thinking of as we start bringing forward some of these projects. If the margins are there, and we can do some of these maintenance-related projects on the construction money and then build our fund balance. So I'll leave it at that, just something to think about, so.
Makes good sense. Thank you. Dave, any questions for him? And we know where to send people to be able to see this.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
All right, then on to 12, the policy updates.
So can we maybe ask the policy committee to work on these and bring forth recommendations next month to the work session?
Sure. Next month or next meeting?
Next meeting, we better say.
So we want to bring it to a work session?
Yeah, I was thinking to the work session.
But we aren't supposed to hold any meetings until, if I had read it right, April 6th.
Yeah, well, no, we can meet, but we need to adhere to some of these, you know, the crowd rule type thing.
Right.
I mean, we can meet as a board,
Okay.
basically. I think we need to.
Okay.
Especially
Oh, yeah.
policy pieces, I think we can do that, and then just bring in staff as we need.
Well, I did not know that that's what you guys were talking about. I didn't catch that.
Now, basically, the schools are non-school employees, students and non-employees, community groups, whatever, cannot use our buildings until April 6th, if that's the true deadline of that. It doesn't prohibit us to, you know, our meetings or what have you. But again, just health-wise and what have you, we should maintain that smaller group. And unless someone in the group gets ill, then we gotta look at something else.
And I know when I tried to zoom in, there was a conflict when we did the live stream and Zoom. So I would like to see us get that figured out, because I think both are very beneficial. We did Zoom with Cecil last weekend. We have to do another meeting tomorrow night, so it's Wednesday night, excuse me. Very nice to have that ability, because people are more easily able to attend. So, I hope we can look into that.
So are we planning on having a work session or?
Well, that would be an April work session, but I think we have a
regular
regular session coming up now.
Next Monday.
Yeah, no, I was really talking about a work session.
Yeah, so it'd be the April work
Yeah.
session that would bring these.
Yeah.
And I haven't even taken a look
Yeah.
at these yet, so.
And if anybody has any points, you had looked at them, I don't know if you had or not, but.
They're there's not a lot to them.
Yeah.
I don't think it will take us very much to go through them and
Mhm.
make recommendations.
These
Do
are
you want to
pretty-
add to them,
These are pretty thin ones.
or do we want to keep it that way?
Well, I was just wondering if because they don't look too bad, and I don't know what your schedules are like, if there was any possibility we could make recommendations at the meeting on Monday, the 23rd. It's only 1 week away.
No.
No.
I mean, we're only supposed to have 10 people at a meeting. And
We don't very often get this many, do we?
yeah,
hardly
but still,
ever.
if we have 10 people, we're gonna say, well, we can't allow anybody other than 10, are we gonna get,
Well, we'll just, again,
Are we all
using,
calling
we'll
it?
just have to rely on our, our streaming and
that we're
what
saying,
have you.
or we're basically making them all semi-closed, viewer only?
Yeah, but if, again, if we have someone that really has an issue, what have you, I mean, we can sure include, them in the meeting. I mean, we'll just have to monitor this, and we're on uncharted ground here, but I do believe we need to meet,
I mean, if we have Kathy, we have 10.
Well, the DOJ issued guidance for during this about open meetings, and during this time, you're allowed to do more via video to call
Yeah.
it open.
Technically, we're exempt from that, but just health-wise,
We were exempt from the coronavirus.
we want, right, no, I get it, no, I don't wanna get it, but I understand. But, we do need to be conscious of that, so, we'll look at our agendas and what have you, and, who knows what's gonna happen.
I know, I'm
Every-
just saying,
As soon as we say something, it's gonna,
Yeah,
it's gonna change anyway,
Yeah, because
believe
the
me.
10
be 5
person thing
people
was
at a
today,
time.
late this
Yeah,
afternoon.
we've been living this thing for the last, couple of weeks, that every day something changes, so we'll just monitor and adjust as we go.
So the ones are on the table then.
Excuse me, can
I'm
back
sorry,
up one
sure.
piece. When you mentioned CISA and the Zoom,
Yeah.
Jerry talked to me about your position.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he was gonna send me a note, but he's in the midst of all this
Yeah.
stuff too, so he forgot to send to me, but what you said reminded me that, the chair you're the chair, or you're on the,
Yeah, on the
and
Board of Control.
if someone here wants to run for that,
It's much easier.
you'll
to
get
keep
it, you'll get it.
Yeah. And Catherine did it before, has done it before. So I don't know if she wants more on her plate, but it's a good opportunity. And I was able to do the majority of the meetings by Zoom this year too, which saves me 2 hours because it's an hour up there, 50 minutes, 55 minutes. But it's good interchange. It's very good dialogue. It's a great way to hear what other districts are doing and reference things. And CISA, I think, does an outstanding job of assessing the needs of what districts really could benefit from and putting together some options. And in addition to that, they're phenomenal grant writers. Wish they would teach a class or 2 or 3. So if anyone is interested in that role, please say so.
Yeah, either let Marie or I know, and,
Yeah.
because you have when does it change? I think the issue is that, see, you're
I
going
probably
off the
have-
board,
right, I
and then
probably
there's
have
a
two.
June meeting?
We've always conflicted on June meetings. It's always been gone, and so we get reelected if we just put somebody up, because I have not been there the last 3 times that I was put on the thing, because our meetings are always that night too. But if you want to be a part of it, you just let me know. We'll get you signed in, because last year, the fellow from Osceola was stepping down, and he just brought someone, and then she automatically was, not automatically, but people aren't clamoring for the,
They're not, but it's nice to have our
It
voice
is.
on there, so if
It
someone would
really
do that, let
is.
me know, and we'll get you set up. And who knows what those meetings will look like over the next month or two either,
And
because
even over the
those are large
last-
meetings.
Over the last year, it's really evolved because we are able to do it all via Zoom, but we don't live stream the meetings, so there's not that conflict, so. But it's beneficial and very attendance friendly. So on to, was there anything else?
No, that's it, I'm sorry, I just threw that one out there.
So, and once we're on the table, I'm gonna start with you, Patty. I was gonna ask you, Tasia. Is there anything, I should be asking you.
No,
Is
don't
there
ask her,
anything-
don't ask her.
No.
Anything for you, Dr. Bezick? I mean, I could.
I could go on another meeting length here, but
Okay. Lori, anything?
Not right now, thank you.
Okay. Bruce?
I just think we should have a number, at least a phone call in set up for the next meeting. I mean, if they say 5 people and, on Friday, we should have something set up. I know we can kind of be away, but we should have something so that we can at least call in if we want to discuss things instead of
I would
having
agree.
to come here.
I think you're absolutely right. You called in with this, and so did you. How was that for you?
It's fine.
We
Yeah,
have calling meetings all the time at work. I mean,
it's, not exactly, there's a slight delay.
Yeah.
yeah.
With the
Video.
video. So what I found worked best for me was to watch what's going on, but shut the sound off on my computer and listen with the phone. And I can hear, the only time that it got a little bit hard to hear was when someone out here was talking. And then you might not pick up every detail, but
But if we brought them up to the table, maybe that would help.
yeah, it would make a difference.
Well, technically, we should, I mean, I'm guessing we have just a call-in number that everybody can call in, and it doesn't have to be this phone, I'm just saying in general, it could all be
A
home.
conference call.
Just a conference call number
Yeah.
that the school has set up that we all just call in, and we have a screen share by somebody's got the agenda up, and we're,
We'll get it figured out, because I think that may be the,
That would
What
be
we
great.
go
I mean,
No,
you're
you're-
just saying, yep.
you're
And
right.
especially
done.
right now. Hey Patty? So that was gonna be mine too.
Yep.
So Kitty, anything for you?
No,
Mine was the same, that we really work on
Okay.
getting Zoom, so that it can be live telecast as well as Zoom.
Yeah, then mine would just be to kind of segue off of that to say, maybe we hold our agenda to the pertinent topics and forego some of the other informational pieces such, I
Mhm.
know they're all important, but maybe there's some things that we just need to take care of school business, so paying the bills and hiring and whatnot. So maybe we can just minimize the agendas to expedite the meetings.
Great, thank you.
So
Okay.
And I'll ask Catherine if there's anything from hers. I think that's it. And if we've missed anything that you guys think is important, please send it to someone here, but especially it's helpful to Dr. Bezick. Yeah. I was gonna say Tasia or Dr. Bezick, but.
Probably both, because that way, if it goes to her, then I know I'll get it.
Patty's here, is she here for this meeting or the
Alright.
next one?
think
Actually,
the
the
next
next
one.
meeting, unless you wanna
No,
share
couldn't
anything
do this.
here, she's really here for the next one.
Okay.
All right, so I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
Make it motion.
Thank you, Bruce.
Second.
Thank you, Katie. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned at 7:43. Everybody takes a deep breath.
We have 15